What's poppin', everybody? This is Ray Rawlins from the Ray Rawlins Network, where we talk cartoons and we damn near do it daily. I'm joined by X Payne as we continue this whole 31 days of cartoons reviews marathon, and today we're talking about Courage the Cowardly Dog. Season, what is it? 3, episode 11, The Dome of Doom. Right? Dome of Doom?
Yeah,
The Doom of the
yeah, you
Dome?
got it right. The
Good.
Dome of Doom. Yeah.
Now give us the episode breakdown. What happens in the Dome of Doom and the Doom of Dome?
Well, it's pretty simple, really. Muriel and them ghettos have. Muriel and them sign up for this. I guess to be test subjects for this new company that has this dome where you can pretty much grow your own vegetables in it like overnight. Except the vegetables want to eat you instead of you eating them. So yeah, they try to survive in the dome with the ravenous vegetables. That's pretty much the episode. Not much more to say than that. It's a pretty
I
very very simple plot.
I gotta say though, I mean obviously we say it all the time, cartoon logic, but man, where the hell do these monsters be coming from? Like for real, these monsters be gigantic as hell, and especially out of nowhere, vegetables, boy, vegetables. I wish they came and get that dog over there at your house that be barking all that. Man, I hate that damn dog. But anyway,
I gotta live with it. So I mean, yeah.
I gotta say though, I kind of expected it. Like, it's crazy how cartoons, they're the same old thing. Like, you got 15 to 30 minutes, depending on which style of episodes you want to do to set up a plot. And it's just amazing how many times the same plot gets reused, or the same setup, I should say. Like, you're going to have the owner of the house buy something crazy, and it ends up trying to kill them or eat them or whatever. That's the main thing I noticed throughout this whole Halloween thing. Straight up. That's the main thing I noticed, especially with Homer too. Boy.
Yeah, I
But
think that's
what
definitely way stronger than those treehouse horror things, though.
oh yeah. It's so simple. And I guess, call it what you want, maybe because they had to do 3 stories in one episode. That's why they do that. But who knows? I don't know, man. I'm no cartoon
Who knows?
creator. I hope to be a story writer someday, but I tell you I could do a way better job than that. Anyway, what are some of your favorite moments from this episode?
um, I have a lot of favorite moments from this episode. In my opinion, I guess this isn't really a spoiler, but I think this episode is hilarious and a really enjoyable one to me at
Oh no,
least.
of course.
The friggin' the funny when they're like putting them in the dome and everything, and Eustace like kicks the fuck out of papers. What about the food? And kicks the papers. That was funny to me. This um this was absolutely hilarious to me when they did the friggin' storm or whatever, and
Oh yeah.
Eustace is holding the door shut, saying that he wouldn't let them in, and then the lightning strikes the doorknob and shocks the fuck out of him, and then he flies back into the
That's what he
rocking
is.
chair.
That's
he,
exactly what he is. He
he
wants to.
fly.
He wants to leave his homie Courage out. Courage is the homie, man. He's proved that up to this point through all these seasons, because we're in season 3 already. Courage has proved that he is the homie. So I don't see why he's not letting Courage in. I gotta say too, what I really liked is Courage sure talked a decent amount in this episode. I mean, not a lot, obviously, but he talked more than he did in that Zelost episode, and that
hmm
already has me like, man, shit. I'm happy to hear him talking. I really am. That's on everything. I really am.
And this
But
episode was after that one too.
yeah. I wonder because he talked. No, he only said one thing in the mask. That's it. But it just makes you wonder
Yeah.
because obviously I didn't watch it when this was coming out. Like, man, if you're one of them people in the studio, you got to be analyzing the whole either backlash or fallout or the thoughts of the people after new episodes. They're like, man, why isn't Courage talking? Why isn't Courage talking? I'm sure I'm not the only one who was thinking that. Like, yo, what's going on with Courage? He's not saying shit. So, but like I
No,
said,
you're probably
it was
definitely not.
Oh no, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. But like I said, hearing him talk in this episode really, really was good. I honestly did enjoy that. And I'll tell you one thing. Eustace, obviously, the whole premise of this episode,
He
his
got
whole
fucked up in
goal.
this episode.
Oh yeah, yeah. Them monsters was showing him no remorse. He picked up a I want to say it was like a watermelon, not a watermelon. It was a little blue thing he
Yeah, it
had
was a
picked up.
watermelon.
Oh, was it?
I think it was a
Okay.
watermelon. Yeah.
I could have sworn he picked up something. Either way, the thing just straight up opened his mouth and just straight up bit. It just like took his whole head off. Just whoop, just in his. It just started chewing. I'm like, oh man. Well, good. That's what he gets. That's what he gets. That was one of my favorite moments. That was.
Another
You
one of
know
mine
what?
was when like
Go ahead.
when the big flower thing was in the kitchen, and like Courage was looking through the doorway, and the flower just shoot the fuck out of him with the seeds in his face, and then he just laughs, and all of them start falling out of his mouth. That was funny. Shoot the fuck out of him. And the moment when I'm just gonna get all of my funny moments out real quick. The one when Courage is trying to break the dome and Eustace just keep getting hurt and fucked up. He
Oh
tried to hit with
yeah,
the rock and
yeah.
the rock dropped on his foot. He did the damn big log and the log went flying into Eustace's mouth. And then the friggin' what was the last thing? Oh, the cannonball bust him. And then the friggin' tomato starts stinging the shit out of him. Eustace got shit kicked out of him. And and the last funny moment, at least that I could think of at the moment, was when they was upstairs and Courage came down with the sword and then he came down with the lawnmower, and this was the funniest thing to me when he brought the cow down and was like, Grace! That shit was absolutely hilarious. And they ate the whole cow.
The crazy the one of the moments that really stuck out to me, and it plays off of Muriel's stupidity, right? They have this big ass storm, this gigantic ass storm, and then it clears up suddenly, and she's like, I hope the seas survived out there. Well, I wouldn't think so. Like the thing that really messed me up, used to just pour it out the sea, just on the soil. One that explains why he's not a good farmer, why he can't get shit grown. Because everybody knows you got to motherfucking water this shit. You got to put it actually in the dirt. I'm no planter, but that's not how you plant shit. I know that for a fact. Because if that's the case, boy, I'd be out there planting a whole bunch of shit in my backyard. But that's one of my moments. She's talking about, I hope the seeds survive. Nah, bitch, the seeds probably got carried off. Idiot.
Another funny thing was like when they froze the fingerman and he was like, and then Eustace was like, I'm hungry. It's like the food's out there trying to eat us, and the only thing you could think of is food.
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen,
It was
Eustace
pretty
wanted his
decent.
food in this episode.
You can't blame him. You can't blame him. Listen, if you're hungry, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. You gotta eat. And that man was determined to eat. And so were those vegetables. But with all that being said, let's get into some final reviews. What are your thoughts on this episode?
Like I said, I thought this was the friggin' hilarious and fun episode. So because they didn't really talk about it, but like the vegetables and shit were kind of like, I wouldn't say scary, but you could see how they because they very like the sounds they were making were very monstrous, and they were very, because it wasn't just, what I'm saying is the monsters weren't silly, even though the episode was kind of
Right.
hilarious and silly.
Yeah, those monsters were serious.
So there was not plenty. What did Courage say the ingredients were? Pythons, spiders,
Pythons,
pythons, and something
piranhas,
else. Piranhas,
hornets.
and yeah, that's what it was. But
Oh no!
I think oh no. I think I have to give this episode a solid 8, man. This was a really fun episode to watch.
Really?
In my
Okay,
opinion.
okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a high 8 because like I said, I really enjoyed the episode. The episode was really hilarious, and the vegetables were very menacing too.
Right. Yeah, and
That's a
that's the
statement I
thing.
thought I'd never say.
That's the thing that that's the thing that kind of got me with this episode. Like these monsters, and I can say that about other Courage episodes too. But the monsters in this episode were definitely serious. You can look at them and say they were not playing around. But I will say this: it was a pretty decent episode. Simple plot setup, but you know what? They made it look good. Unlike The Simpsons. I will say this though: music obviously is good. I like the fact that they let Courage talk a little bit more. And all in all, like I said, good episode, pretty decent, man. Animation was great. I'll give this a nice 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
7.5 out of 10. And you give it high 8. So we're not too far
Eight.
off. We're not too far off. Okay. All right. Well,
Only half a point.
with all that being said, my name is Ray Rawlins. His is Alex Payne. This is the Ray Rawlins Network, where we talk cartoons and we damn near do it daily. This Halloween cartoon marathon will continue on. Da 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 da. All that good stuff. This shit needs to hurry up and end. Peace.